guys all good?
Yeah.
Gopher road trip. How's it been so far?
So far, so good. You know, it's always great to come out and meet the greater community of Minnesota. You know, put faces to the opportunity and the responsibility that we have to represent the state. It's wonderful.
Boys volleyball, you're making a big push for this in the state of Minnesota, and you know, Adam Van Orten, Castle Manderville, he's really credited you with making that push. What can you tell us about that?
Well, I think, I'm not sure if I'm driving much of it at all. I just asked the initial question, which was, why isn't it a sport here? Given that, one, there's a huge popularity for volleyball in the state, and there's a lot of volleyball happening in surrounding states, so it would be easy to get something going in the Midwest here. But there are a lot of other people that are doing a ton of work. Certainly there's a steering committee in the Twin Cities area that's driving a lot of the growth. I mean, there are 40 teams playing right now in the Spring League, and then the North Country region, the USA Volleyball region, was phenomenal in helping try to get it going. So I don't take any of the credit. There's a lot of people doing a lot of work. Like I said, I just asked the question of Walt Weaver at one point, hey, what do you think? And you know, we got to talking to some people, and here we are. Certainly further than we ever could have imagined.
What's it going to take to make it go further?
Well, I would imagine we got to, you know, get a lot of water under a lot of bridges before we get to that point. But one is, can we show demand? And I think we have. One of the greatest things about the 400 kids that are playing, the young men that are playing, is that I think about 80% of them, they wouldn't be playing a sport if they weren't playing volleyball. So that idea that we're attracting more people in this day and age of kids staring at their phone, more people to come in and play and be participants in a sport and an activity, and you know, their world is digital and sports straight up analog. You know, you can't, I always tell people, you can't tweet your way out of trouble at 14 all in the fifth set. You got to look someone in the eye and learn some good stuff about how to communicate with people. I think those are good skills for anyone to have. So we'll see. We're showing demand, we're showing that there's popularity, and you know, hopefully down the road the high school legislature can vote accordingly and support getting this into the high schools.
You keep in touch with the Tap sisters?
Sure do. Just saw them the other night. Yeah. They're doing well.
Yeah.
Both in the USA gym and you know, fighting to be a part of Tokyo 2020. They're doing great.
Even though they're not with the program anymore, do you still feel like they've left a fingerprint on your program?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that's one of the great things about the way our little program's set up, is that every senior group has a chance to leave some legacy components, and certainly their work ethic and their commitment to doing it right is you know, set the standard for those to come.
You guys have a very highly successful program. What do you think of the female talent in this state?
Phenomenal. There's great volleyball athletes here in Minnesota, and you know, it's tough. We're the only Division I school in the state, so first of all, we only have 12 scholarships, so we can't recruit every kid out of the state, and year to year, positionally, it's not always going to line up, but certainly we always want to keep the best players in the state if they want to be here.
Thanks, Coach.
Very good.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate the time, Coach.